Thank you for joining me. I am Charlie. I'm a blogger at Charlie Russon. Yeah, I think this is like my third YouTube video, but the first two no one watched. So those that follow me on Instagram know that I have been doing a capsule wardrobe since the start of this year. As a blogger, you accumulate stuff. So brands are always sending you new clothes, and there is this pressure to be constantly parading new items all the time. I got sucked into that, and I felt that I couldn't put out clothes I'd worn before, that my followers just wouldn't be interested. So I had amassed this hoard of clothes that were just taking over my life, and I wasn't liking it anymore. I was wearing the same things over and over again, and most of my wardrobe was literally gathering dust and in some cases mothballs, which wasn't very pleasant. So yes, I did a massive declutter and got rid of about 90% of my wardrobe. So yeah, ever since then I've been living with about 30 items of clothing. These are 30 seasonal items of clothing. It does vary slightly depending on, you know, what time of year it is. Obviously during transitional periods you need a bit more because you need both those warmer weather clothes and those colder, wetter weather clothes, but around 30 items is what I live with. Yeah, so that is my capsule wardrobe, and if you read on my blog you will see basically any clothes that I feature are part of that capsule. But I get a lot of questions from my followers about that, so I thought I would put together a little Q&A. So I asked people to send in their questions, I wrote them down and planned them in my notepad. Okay, so the most thing that I got asked was how did I start creating a capsule wardrobe and why did I choose items to go in there. So it's really simple. I kept a style journal for about 30 days. Now, I'm a blogger, I take outfit of the day photos, I'm continuously appraising what I'm wearing. So this just took it a step further to actually write down what I was wearing, how it made me feel, what I was drawn to. I kept a little tally of what items I wore again and again, and it showed me a lot of patterns. And then I used that to put together the items that I chose for my first capsule, which was a winter one. And there are things in it like my bright blue vivid woolly jumper, and I wore that again and again and again, and actually I didn't want to wear anything else but that last winter. That will be coming back in this winter's capsule because I loved it. Other things like velvet jacket, my black skinny jeans, those sort of things. Things that I wore day in, day out, and I wore them to work, I wore them at weekends, I wore them to pubs and bars. Those were the items that went into my capsule. It doesn't need to be just 30 items, it's however many you feel comfortable with. Okay, one of the questions I've been asked a lot is what basics make up a capsule wardrobe? And for me, it's really about the t-shirts and the shirt, and that's because my uniform, so what I wear day in, day out, whether I dress it up for work or kind of bring it down for casual Saturdays and weekends hanging about in Devon, it is the same things, it's the same items. So jeans and a t-shirt or blouse is what I live in at the moment. Sometimes switch it up with a skirt, but that jeans and the blouse, as I'm wearing right now, are my core. And because of that, it's important that I have quite a few different t-shirts and shirts to work with. So those are the basics of my wardrobe. They're neutrally toned, so for t-shirts, this coming into autumn now, I have a navy t-shirt and a black t-shirt, a grey t-shirt and a white t-shirt. They are just very simple crew neck t-shirts that can be worn with anything. The other basic that I think is phenomenal for any capsule, and something that I've worn through multiple seasons and again in so many different ways, is a white shirt. So I have an oversized white tuxedo style shirt from M&S, and it has been worn with ripped jeans, with leather trousers. It's been worn out as a dress. It was very, very short, probably wouldn't do that again. But I've worn it with skirts, I've worn it to work meetings, but I've also worn it as a cover up on the beach in Sardinia. So it's really versatile core items like that that allow me to have my capsule wardrobe and not need to go out and shop all the time. Okay, so another question I get asked a lot is what I do with the rest of my wardrobe. So I'm guessing this means when I selected what items I wanted to wear and keep in my capsule, what did I do with the rest of it? Basically, I donated a lot to charity and recycling banks. I also took stuff to the local women's refuge. So these were real basic items like t-shirts and jumpers. They are always in need of clothing items. I sold some stuff that was more high value, better quality stuff. That all got sold on different sites. So I sell a lot through my Instagram, but also there's a Facebook group that I sell on that is specifically for plus size women, and a lot of the stuff that I had quite a high retail value, so that really helped, and the money went towards a house move. So yeah, it's not cheap moving from Oxford to Devon, even if rent is cheaper. Things like bikinis I have in a box underneath the bed. I don't class those in my capsule wardrobe because bikinis are bikinis, not really clothing. But some of the cover-ups that go with them I packed away, and then I brought out again for summer. Same with a couple of the little jumpsuits that I have. They were packed away for winter months and brought out through summer. In a similar vein, I have a lot of jumpers that are packed away in this beautiful big grey chest that I got from a charity shop. So they're all vacuum packed. So I launder them all, I put freshening paper in between them, vacuum pack them, and then put them into this big chest, and that's where they live until it gets cold again. And then they'll come out again and be worn again, and some of the summer stuff will be packed away. So yeah, I did get rid of a lot of stuff. Favourite items I kept, which brings me very nicely onto, did I have to part with a lot of things that I loved? Thank you, Amber, for this question. No, I didn't. I incorporated these into my capsule wardrobe. So I'm not overly sentimental about clothes, but there are a few items that I adore. They tend to be a bit more expensive than I normally spend on clothes, so it's items that I've saved up for. Funnily enough, none of these have been gifted. These are all items that I have saved up for and I cherish, and they're really easy to incorporate into my capsule because they are what make the key statement pieces that then the basics go around. So I have my beautiful military jacket. This will never be parted with. It's actually not faring too well in terms of quality. I might need to take it to a seamstress and get some work on it, but this is what I call my statement blazer, and this will be in every capsule wardrobe for every season because, I mean, just look at it. And again, this is something that's really easy because you mix it with jeans like I'm wearing now and a white t-shirt, and you've suddenly got a phenomenal outfit. Another item, and this one isn't particularly expensive, but I have not found anything in plus size like it. And this is a skirt from Simply Be a few years ago. I've probably had it 3 years now, I think, and I adore it. Again, it gets worn through summer, it gets worn through winter and autumn. And this is a key piece for me. It's a statement piece, and I think my favourite pieces are statement pieces, and that's why they're in my capsule, because they bring a bit more life and light to all those basics. Okay, so one I get asked a lot is, what about workout clothes? Workout clothes, I do not count these in my capsule wardrobe, and that's because to me they're not fashion, they are pure functionality. Now, I do know that I have reviewed leggings on my blog, I've reviewed waterproofs on my blog, but to me they are not fashion, they're not part of my capsule wardrobe, they are clothes for getting sweaty and damp and disgusting in, for going out on long Saturday morning dog walks, coming back, showering and putting something on I like. I choose most of that on practicality over actual style, whereas most of what I wear I choose on style, so rather than practicality. Hello busted knee, Jean. But yeah, so I don't count that. The only exception to this is my Barber jacket. So it's my mouldy old wax jacket, and I've had it since I was at uni in St Andrews. Excuse the drilling, I'm really sorry. I should probably get like a little mic thing. So yeah, I've had my wax since St Andrews, and that gets worn for walking the dog and practicalities, as well as for fashion, and that's because I love that piece. It is one of my absolute treasures. Is it hard to accommodate all versions of yourself, e.g. work versus casual? Yes and no. I used to work in a very, very corporate environment, and that meant that I had to elevate a lot of my clothes in order to meet their requirements. So for instance, instead of wearing, like I am right now, ripped jeans, I would still wear this blouse, but I would pair it with a pair of black cigarette pants and a pair of heels. I'm very lucky now that I work in a very relaxed work environment where I could literally rock up in hoodies and jeans, muddy wellies, and I would fit right in. And so it's a lot easier for me that I can wear these ripped jeans to work and no one will mind. But yeah, when it used to be that casual versus work, I just elevated the items a little bit. So a lot of the items could be worn across different areas, excuse the But yeah, as I said, when there was that pull between work and casual, it was just about incorporating a few different items that could elevate those basics, the white t-shirts, the blazers, the shirts, and elevate them into work appropriate attire. And for me, that was the cigarette pant. It was just phenomenal and it would make everything look great. I also just used to put on a pair of heels with everything, and suddenly I looked more professional. Okay, and then the final question that I'm going to answer, and I think it's a bit of a cantankerous one, but someone has asked, isn't a capsule wardrobe just for skinny rich girls? Yeah, basically I think the people you've heard from are the slimmer, straight-sized. But I don't think that's true, that you need to be slim in order to have a capsule wardrobe, because at the end of the day all it is a curated version of a wardrobe, and you can have that in any size you want because it can incorporate any items you want. So I don't think a capsule wardrobe is for serve of the slim. I am plus size, I am not slim, I am fat. I also don't think you need to be rich to have one. It is true that a lot of the people that have one choose better quality items, choose higher ticket point items. And I think that's because so I buy less, therefore I can afford a bit more. I am very lucky to be able to save up and buy the odd investment piece. It's not many, but I am very lucky in order to be able to do that. And I think that potentially people think that because they see people talking about capsule wardrobes with the higher point items, that therefore that is how you must do it, but it's not true. To me, it's just about picking items to whatever budget you have available to you that you will wear again and again. It's not about fast fashion, it's about versatile fashion. And I was reading something the other day, the Eco Edit, actually, on Instagram, and she believes that you should wear every item 30 times. So that is something that I'm trying to do when I'm shopping, or when brands are saying, can I send you this? I'm trying to think, will I wear this 30 times? Can I see myself wearing this again and again and again? And if the answer is yes, then yes, buy it, get it, have it, wear it. And if you can't see yourself wearing it, don't get it. It is that simple, and that to me is what a capsule wardrobe is. It's items you're going to wear again and again. You don't need money to do that. Okay, you need the money to buy the items, but you don't need to buy expensive items. You can go and shop in Primark and get the items that you want. They might not last as long, but you know, it is still a capsule. Does that make sense? So yes, I have lots more coming up on a capsule wardrobe, so I hope you will join me. I am planning my autumn winter one, so look out for a video on that. I am now losing my voice because I have talked for too long and I'm not a big talker. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Let me know if you've got any more questions about a capsule wardrobe, and I will do another video and bore you to death at another point. Okay, bye.